the key to everything. The key to everything. JT did a video the other day, and he talked a little bit about knowing who you are. Knowing who you are is the key to everything. Without this knowledge, people perish. Even the scriptures tell you, well, God said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. Do you know who you are? Do you know what you are? Knowing who you are, knowing what you are, is the key to everything. There are things that you will never have if you don't know and understand who you are. There are things that you will never do if you don't know and understand who you are. There are places you will never go if you don't know and understand who or what you are. There are goals that you will never reach if you don't know and understand who or what you are. There are things that take place in your life you will never get over it if you don't know and understand what you are. There are things in our lives that we will never get past if we don't know what we are. It doesn't matter how much you attend church. Attending church is not going to benefit you at all if you don't know who you are. Praising God is not going to benefit you at all if you don't know what you are. Receiving the Holy Ghost, guess what? No benefit to saying you have the Holy Ghost. No benefit to speaking in tongues. All of this will get you nothing if you don't know who you are. All of the tithing that you do, all of the giving, no benefit if you don't know who and what you are. And today, you see people trying to do all of these things, but they're trying to do these things without knowing who they are. So eventually, you see people get tired. Man, I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of praying. I'm tired of giving. And they walk away because they never recognized who they were. I cannot teach you to do all of the magnificent things of God if I don't teach you who you are first. Going through all of these things that you should do, yeah, you should do it. But it's not going to benefit you for me to teach you to do these things if I don't first teach you what you actually are. This is why the scriptures tell us, out of all your getting, get understanding. It didn't say, out of all that you get, make sure you get the tongues. Out of all your getting, make sure you get the ability to prophesy. It didn't say that. The number one thing you're supposed to get is understanding. And if you don't understand who you are, what you are, or what you have, you will never productively walk in the things of God. I know what I'm talking about because I did this for years, man. I did it for years. I attended church. I went through all the motions. Not some of the motions. I went through all the motions. No benefit because I never knew who I was. My life was nothing like it should have been because I didn't actually know who I was. I didn't know what I was, and I didn't know what I had. So people who love going through the motions, they love the form of godliness. My question to you is, why are you afraid of the power? Why are you afraid to walk in power? Why are you scared to be what God created you to be? Why are you scared to live by God's design? There are things in your life that could get better right now, but you're scared to speak over your own life. There are things in your life right now that you hate. They could change for the better starting right now, but you're scared to act out of your power. You're scared to activate God's design. Now, there are people that you are around, whether it be friends, family, church folks, whatever. There are people who do not want you to walk in power. There are people who do not want you to live your life based on God's system. They won't do it, and they don't want you to do it. So when you do, you hear the same things over and over. Oh, brother, you thinking too high of yourself. Why? Just because I'm speaking the word? Just because I'm saying what the word says? Just because I say about myself what God already said about me, I think too high of myself? See, we love to read these scriptures in the Bible, but if you look, these guys knew who they were. These people knew what they were. They knew what they had. And they didn't let nothing stop them from operating in what they had. So we look at stuff like Philippians 4 and 13. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. You know why he said that? Because he knew what he had. We got to know who we are. Psalms 23 and 4. talks about not fearing evil at all. Psalm 56:4. I will not fear what man can do to me. I will not fear what flesh can do to me. Why ain't he fearing? Because he knows who he is. We got Bible that tells us that whatever we ask, it shall be given. What? Ask and it shall be given. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. Shall be. But it's not happening in a lot of people's lives because you don't know who you are. And I ain't talking about no black Hebrew Israelite stuff. Just because you were born to a particular race don't make you have no more power than the next man. The color of your skin can't give you this. You get this from knowing how God created you. You get this from knowing God's design for your life. You get this by operating in the power that God put in you. This is the power that we have. These are the things that we can do and should be doing. But being weak ain't gonna get it. And I don't know why church folks today love to walk in weakness. And then people think I'm crazy because I'm not weak. I tell you just like that. I am not weak. I will not live a weak life. Scriptures tell me how to live. Scriptures tell me what I have, what I can do. That's how I'm going to live. And that is how I live. Everything that people love to chase after today are not even things that you need. You don't need a job that pays $20 and $30 an hour. You need the keys. You don't need the biggest house on the block. You need the keys. You don't need the best car on the road. You need the keys. You don't need the best dance, the loudest praise, or the biggest tongue-talking vocabulary. You need the keys. The keys gets you everything else. Don't get everything else and still not have the keys. The reason I do the things that I do today is because I have the key. The reason I accomplish the things that I accomplish today is because I have the key. The reason why I'm blessed everywhere I go is because I have the key. The reason why I'm so prosperous in everything that I do is because I have the key. In this video, I just want to tell somebody that you can live life by design. You can do it. So this is what I do on a daily basis. I live based on who I am. I live based on knowing what I am. Knowing what I have. That's why we have scriptures that tell us, like Psalms chapter 1, whatever we do prospers. That's because of who we are. Mark 11:23, I speak things and I have whatever I say. That's because of what I am. Jesus. Matthew 17:20, nothing is impossible unto you. Nothing is impossible unto me. That's because of who I am. Luke 10:19, we got power over all the power of the enemy. We got power over all the power of the enemy, and nothing can hurt us. Matthew 16:19, whatsoever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. Whatsoever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. That's because of who you are. If you look at what the guy said in Job chapter 22, he said, you shall decree a thing and it shall be established. That's because of who we are. That's because of what we are. That's because of what we have. Walk in boldness. Walk like you know who you are. Walk in power. Live by God's design. This is the key to everything. This is the key to your healing. This is the key to your money. This is the key to your abundance. Knowing who you are is the key to everything, but few there be that find it.